The death of George Floyd is influencing a change in policing. Many say the Derek Chauvin guilty verdict is just a step in the right direction. And now the push is on for national reform.
But Massachusetts is one of a few states that have already enacted a significant law reform. Now, we wanted to know how this is being implemented. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis getting those answers for us tonight. He joins us now live from our downtown MGM studios with what he learned. Leon.
Chris, Jordan, Governor Charlie Baker signed the police reform bill late last year in response to the killing of George Floyd. Now I asked the state's attorney general and two key developers of that legislation about what changes are underway.
It's an important piece of legislation, and it's well done and well thought through.
Western Mass News getting answers from Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey in Springfield on Thursday. We asked about the status of the Bay State's new police reform law signed the end of December.
We're focused now on the implementation of that legislation. And I guess, as Attorney General, my call is a call to all, essentially, to work together.
Highlights of the law: the Bay State is holding police officers accountable by creating a mandatory certification process for police officers through the Massachusetts Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, known as POST. It also creates a process for decertification, so POST can now certify, decertify, suspend, and reprimand officers. And the law defines when officers can use physical force, bans the use of chokeholds, and limits no-knock warrants. We reached out to Brian Keyes, a police chief in Chelsea, who chaired one of the committees to pass police reform in the state. He tells Western Mass News every police officer in the state will be certified by the summer, and there could be more training.
Those folks, everyone that's been working and has been trained in their respective capacities, will be certified on July 1st. That's what the legislation states. And then moving forward, there will be potentially additional requirements for certification on the training side.
State Representative Carlos Gonzalez of Springfield, who also had a hand in the legislation, tells Western Mass News police officers will have to re-up their certification.
Every officer will be licensed, and every officer will have to recertify his licensing standards every 3 years.
Gonzalez says the police reform Governor Charlie Baker signed into law is something Congress and President Joe Biden can use as a guide.
Massachusetts has been a leader in addressing police reform, and I think the landmark legislations will help the federal government have a better path towards addressing police reform and the George Floyd Act, which is what's being addressed right now.
President Biden is calling on Congress to pass federal police reform. It passed in the House, but is currently stalled in the Senate. Live in Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.